Welcome to Live News Chats, where I speak with creative professionals and experts from around the world. I want you to come here to get information from these professionals to find out how they got to be where they are today. So let's get chatting.
My name is Kristen Larson. I started blogging back in 2015 at Believe in a Budget. I launched a personal finance blog. It was something I was really into. I think at the time I was trying to pay off either credit card debt or focus on my budget. It grew so quickly. I think within 4 months I made my first $60. I started using Pinterest, and then from there things morphed off into me becoming a Pinterest virtual assistant, which wasn't even a thing. It just happened. And then that morphed into creating a course called Become a Pinterest VA Today. And I think with that, we've had, a few thousand students in there. I had the intention of writing a blog, and then it just grew into so many more opportunities. So here I am 5-6 years later, and multi-business owner, multi-blog owner. Everything's just really exciting. Yeah, I think I did around 90-some thousand, which was more than I made at my day job. So it definitely paid off for me. The second year, I think I did maybe a little over 200,000. I think the third year, was it 400? I don't remember. I don't know if I even remember. I'd have to even go back and look. I've passed that 7-figure mark combined. So, so I would say, going from the $60 to the 7-figure business owner blogger.
That's crazy.
If you had told me this 5 years ago when I was, working this horribly long job, horribly long commute, anything is possible. Like, I'm not special. I didn't know how to blog. I just had the ability to just work really hard, and I just really, really wanted to make it happen. So, like, if I can do it, I feel like anyone can do it.
It's very inspirational too, how you kind of just came up with this idea and made it into your own business full time.
From the start, I wanted to write a blog that I could share my journey, help people, but also profit. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's just amazing to see like how quickly it can really happen if you invest your time and your energy into something.
Tell me a little bit about how you came up with Believe in a Budget, how you chose the title for it and the focus of finance.
And I'm pretty sure it was one of those random moments where I was in the middle of doing something else. And I was like, oh, Believe in a Budget. And it just happened. So I looked it up. I didn't see anyone else owning it. And then I also checked social media. So I was like, well, I want to make sure if I'm going to pick a blog name, I'd really want to be able to make sure I can use it on like Twitter or Facebook or whenever I get any of these platforms to see if it's available.
So I think a lot of people might want to blog about something, but think, well, I'm not an accountant or I'm not, a financial whiz. Was finance your background? And if not, how did you, get more into it and develop it to become your full-time business?
My background is interior architect and design. So absolutely as far away from finance as possible. It was really, when I started my blog, it was actually anonymous. And I was just sharing my monthly budget and all the side hustles I was doing to be able to like pay off credit card debt, have savings. So it was really, more of like a hobby because I had no financial experience, no blogging experience, and not a writer. And so I guess in a way you can think, okay, I've got all these things against me, but at the same time, my goal was I just want to blog like I'm talking to you. I just want to write how I would talk to somebody and just keep it simple and not worry about all the technical things. Because at the time, I was actually commuting by bus. I lived in Seattle at the time. So I would take the bus into work, take it home. So on the bus ride in, I'd be listening to some kind of podcast about, growing your blog. But then I'd be trying to figure out how do I get on Twitter? Or what can I be doing on my phone on my 45-minute commute? And then on my lunch break, put like the headphones back on, listen to another podcast, try to like work on like writing a blog post. And it was just pure madness for the first few months. And then from there, I realized, okay, I'm doing all this hard work, but like, am I even getting anywhere? Am I even making any progress? And that's when I learned, okay, I have to work smarter. Working 1 million hours a week doesn't mean you're going to be successful. Like I had to really figure out, okay, I'm going to learn one specific thing, get really good at it, and then go to the next thing.
How did you get to your first $60? And then how did you kind of grow from there?
So I actually also started with Google Ads, and it took me 10 months to make my first $100 paycheck. I don't know what the threshold is now, but at the time
it's 100.
100, and it took 10 months to get that $100. So for me, that was the hardest way was relying on ad revenue because I didn't have any traffic. And if you don't have any traffic, you're not going to have any ad income. I think I recommended maybe Ibotta, which was like an app I was using on my phone where I would go grocery shopping, scan in my receipt, make like a couple dollars. And so I recommended it to somebody. And I think I got like either $5 or $10 at the time for referring them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. And then another thing was I was getting a lot of questions about like the theme I was using at the time. And someone must have liked it and then purchased the theme, so I earned like a commission. So I want to say maybe those are like the two very first things, but it made sense because the theme was on my website. I could give feedback on like, okay, it was easy to install, but I didn't know how to do this, but overall it works great. And then someone must have believed me and went ahead and purchased it. So it wasn't anything weird. It was just all stuff I was already using. And it just took me a while to figure out, okay, I need to keep just writing about things that I'm using because it sounds more authentic. I can identify with it. I can answer questions versus being like, okay, what can I recommend that's just going to make money? Because for me, my audience just didn't relate. It had to be something I was so comfortable with that they could be comfortable with.
And then just to explain for people who may not know affiliate links is linking to a product that you're recommending in your post, or maybe not even recommending, but you're just linking to it in the post. And then if someone clicks it and buys it, you get part of the commission.
So I started making a list of, okay, what's everything I'm using? And then I'd say, okay, I'm going to type in what I'm using and then add in affiliate program.
And then aside from affiliates, I know ads could be a bit tricky, but would you recommend anything else other than Google Ads?
My goal was to start getting more traffic because I knew if I could switch over to a private company like Mediavine or AdThrive, your income could go up so much. So as soon as I got accepted into AdThrive, my ad income like doubled or tripled overnight. I was like, I've been missing out.
Can you tell us how Pinterest kind of got your blog going in a way, and then the work you do with it now?
So I'd already been on Pinterest for years. The first month of using Pinterest, I think my monthly views went from 4,000 to 17,000 page views per month. And then there it went from like 17,000, maybe like 41,000. It kept growing every single month with Pinterest. All you have to do is create, great pins, start sharing them. I mean, there's just so much potential. So right now they're recommending pinning between 15 to 25 pins per day to really maximize.
Per day. Sorry to cut you off. That's just like mind blowing to me.
But see, that's crazy to me because 2 years ago we were pinning 100 times a day. So it went down so much. So it really just depends what their new rules are.
And I also see you blog a lot about Pinterest VA work. Can you explain that and what that is?
So Pinterest VA, Pinterest Virtual Assistant, and you're basically just helping a blog, a business, a brand grow their Pinterest account.
So for a first-time blogger, maybe the first or second year, I think what a lot of people may not realize is it also takes some money to start a blog, depending, maybe not that much, but depending what you want, right? So what do you think people should expect to maybe roughly be okay spending to jumpstart their business, their blog business?
I was incredibly thrifty, hence the name Believe in a Budget. So my first year, I spent money on hosting, which had the free domain name. And then I started actually off with a free theme because I didn't have enough money to invest in like a paid theme. And it was horrible. Save your money until you can buy like a paid theme if that's what you really want. Gosh, I didn't use email. Like I didn't have a newsletter. I didn't have any of that for like the first 6 to 12 months, maybe the first 6 months at least. It's worth the investment because your email list is what they say, that's where your money is, because those are like the people that are the most loyal. So definitely look at it as an investment. I use Drip for one company, and then I use ConvertKit for the other. And then this third one I've been experimenting is called Constant Contact. So I know Drip and ConvertKit super well. Constant Contact, I'm still learning.
Do you ever do sponsored posts? And can you talk a little bit about what sponsored posts are for people who may not know?
So sponsored posts are really interesting. That's when a company or a brand will reach out to you and see if you want to have a partnership. And that can include the form of payment, they'll compensate you, or it could just be free products. I did a lot of sponsored posts back in the beginning, and there's formulas out there they say you can use. A lot of times, like the company will throw you out a number and that's it, that is the price. Sometimes you have some wiggle room to negotiate. but it really just varies. So
What would you say is your most profitable blog income tool?
I would say in the beginning, it was affiliate marketing and ad revenue. And then it's shifted. Once I started having my own products, then things started changing. So now, I don't know if I don't even know if I would know the percentage. Definitely products, courses, then affiliate marketing, ad revenue, and then if I ever do any sponsorships. And then now and then I'll still do some consultations.
Does a blog need an LLC or a trademark?
We did go through the trademark process, so Believe in a Budget is trademarked. It was a lengthy process. It was expensive, but I'm glad I did it. I don't think everything needs to be trademarked. It's really just up to you, but I figured I'm going to have it for a long time. I'm just going to go ahead and trademark it.
So tell us
Yeah.
a little bit more about the shop portion of your blog. What do you offer to your audience?
What I sell right now is a few different things. I sell some workbooks and guides. Some are Pinterest related, some are side hustling related. We have coloring charts that help you like track your debt. So it just varies. Some of them are really specific on different side hustles you can do. So the shop is fairly new. Prior to getting on Shopify and putting everything in one place, one of the issues I had, like I was using Lead Pages, which is really great. But the problem I was having is a customer or a reader would come on, they would be able to buy like one product at a time. And I think it was annoying because they'd be like, okay, I'm going to buy this product on this page, but now I have to go to this page and buy this product. By having everything on Shopify or you could use WooCommerce, tons of things, they were able to buy multiple things at one time.
What is your biggest piece of advice for new bloggers?
Consistency is key. I know I made sure with my planner how many days a week I was blogging. Back then, I blogged 3 times a week for an entire year. And I don't think you have to do that anymore. Blogging has changed over the years. But for me, back then, it was writing multiple times per week, learning my voice, learning how to write better, having my readers that I was starting to get know I was going to be publishing and posting all the time. I think that really helped me. But some people, they might say, what, I can only blog once a week or twice a month. That's totally fine. But put it on your calendar, make it the same days every single week or month, and just be consistent.
So how do you come up with your blog ideas?
Different ways. Sometimes it's based on questions people send me. Sometimes it'll be personal related. Just like, last year we built a house. So I haven't even written or published any of that yet, but I thought, well, maybe at some point I'll share the story of how we saved for down payment, or what did we decide we want to spend on to splurge on or to like skimp on.
Are you so happy that you started blogging?
I was at my limit of working for somebody else. Starting the blog just changed my life. Like, I can't imagine ever going back. Just be patient, keep learning new skills, keep educating yourself. And if you work hard and put the time in, you will be successful.
Thank you so much for chatting with me.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.